In this next segment with Joe, we continue with this amazing awareness and realization of the power of our brain and our body when we put our minds to it, so to speak. That the combination of belief and intention and follow through, and Joe talks about a 7-day process in which we bring our awareness and our focus to changing our thoughts, changing our feelings, and creating amazing changes in our bodies. And he has the evidence to demonstrate this. So this is a segment on empowerment, your empowerment, that shows you that we can literally create bigger and better changes than medicine itself.
I can tell you that we've done something really cool in the last couple of years, and we've brought in random event generators. And a random event generator is just a sophisticated coin toss. And the more you toss a coin, the more you're going to get 50-50. So these machines are 7 levels, and they toss all these coins, and as you would expect, zeros and ones, and you get pretty much 50-50 over time. Get a group of people together, get their brains coherent, get their hearts coherent. All of a sudden, they're transcendent of anything physical and material. In a sense, they become nobody, no one, no thing, no where, and no time. They're dissociated from their body, their environment, and time. They're, in a sense, just consciousness. That's all they are. Mm-hmm. And give them a directive, like to heal another person, which is what we do, and we have great data on that as well. And watch the random event generator during those 30-minute periods of time where you have collective networks of observers with intention, with brain and heart coherence. Could they cause random events become less random and more intentional? And every single time we see this collective change in the energy of the room, where the random machine that's programmed to go 50-50 is now behaving in very, very unpredictable and unusual ways. And literally when the experience is over, you see it decline back into its normal range. And it is that kind of infectious kind of consciousness that's happening in the immaterial, but it's also happening in the physical reality, because people do the best with what they think is available. If you don't know you can heal from cancer, then you make the same choice. But if you're aware of it and you see somebody that just did it, you're going to relate with them. And if they just look like a normal person, and you're standing right there, I'm standing on the stage watching people watch this person tell their story, and everybody is leaning in. Everybody, he or she has all of their attention. And we've had physicians with cancer. We've had cancer researcher with cancer. We've had all kinds of people with all kinds of different conditions stand on the stage and blow people's minds with what's possible. So you see, like as an example, I'm changed so much because of the evidence we have in Testimonium. So changed in seeing the data. I keep telling the researchers at UCSC, there's a bunch of them, I can't believe this is the truth. I can't believe this is actually the truth. And belief is like pregnancy. Either you have it or you don't, right? And so you see, we had a guy that was in a wheelchair with muscular dystrophy. I have never seen anything about muscular dystrophy that says that there's going to be a change for the better. In fact, if you look it up, it says there is no cure. This kid came in a wheelchair and he left the event walking. I was blown away by, we changed the life, and other people see that and they get hope again and they start believing in themselves. And when you believe in yourself, you believe in possibility. When you believe in possibility, you got to believe in yourself. And so people do the work here to change. They don't do the meditations to get better or to increase their lifespan. They're actually doing the meditations to change themselves, and they're doing the meditations when they start disbelieving, because now they're back to the emotions of the past and they can only see the past. So we can't see the future through the lens of the past. Change their emotional state, teach them how to change their state every day. In time, could you start seeing changes in their biology? And God, we've done studies on immune regulation, IgA levels going up 50% in 4 days. These are important things that people actually need to know. So a person gets a condition or a symptom or a disease, and they start interacting with the medical model, it's so important to understand that chronic health conditions require you.
Yeah.
You can't exclude. You cannot exclude yourself from the equation any longer.
Right. And what you're really talking about is empowerment, that your results, the work you're doing and the results you're getting, and by demonstrating them from a research perspective, not just anecdotally, you're saying that there is tremendous potential in empowering the mind and how the mind works.
Actually, I'm not saying it anymore. The data is saying it. I can honestly say that with such pleasure. I mean, this is not pseudoscience. I'm so happy I can finally say it's no longer pseudoscience. I'm not saying it, Stephen. The data is actually saying it. The data is saying we can point the finger to the data, and people actually, when they see it, God, I mean, I have to watch certain testimonials. I have to watch them over and over and over again because they're unbelievable to me. They're changing my belief. I have to keep asking the scientists, are you telling me that at the end of 7 days, a novice meditator in 7 days can produce significant changes in their biology and their gene expression and their metabolites to suggest that they're actually living in a new environment? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. And they're in a ballroom. There's nothing happening in a ballroom. I've been to thousands of ballrooms. They all look the same. And I keep saying to the scientists, tell me, just treat me like a child. Where is that information coming from? Where is the information in that blood coming from of that person that's an advanced meditator? Where's that information coming from? They're not taking any exogenous substance. They're not changing their diet. They're not changing an exercise. They're not changing their sleep patterns. We got 1,700 people all doing the same thing for 7 days. I keep asking them, where? Tell me where that information is coming. It's coming from within us, and that nervous system of ours can make its own morphine. It can make its own antidepressants. It can make its own anti-carcinogens. It can make its own antioxidants and its own chemicals for the mystical moment. I mean, it's just, we're discovering every time we do it. And I love when our scientists, by the way, Stephen, run the tests 5 times. I love when they try to break it 5 different ways and they keep getting the same outcome, because I know that they're in the process of discovery. I know that they're changing their belief right in their moment. And now all of the scientists that are doing our studies, they all do the work. They have a closet in the lab at UCSD where they all go in the closet and they self-regulate, and they create brain and heart coherence, and they get better at being relaxed in their heart and awake in their brain instead of stressed out, unconscious, and in a program. They understand the distinction between the two. And the researcher that saw the virus, the spike virus, not enter the cell, he came to the event fully doubting still. And then he realized, he said, you know what? I just realized that this is medicine. What I'm doing is actually medicine. Now, he will assign more meaning when he sits down to do the work because he understands what it does. And somehow when that occurs, you produce a greater outcome. We could ask people to focus on a protein like serpin A5. We can pick some random protein in the blood. They don't know anything about the protein, nothing. They don't know anything about it. They don't know what it does. They don't know its molecular form, doesn't where it comes from. We'll just ask them to just have the intention when they're in the right state that their levels go up in the blood. And 95% of them all have an elevated, 10% elevated level of the serpin A5. And the autonomic nervous system somehow knows how to manufacture that on some level. But now that you understand that, you could actually enhance your collagen. Maybe you can enhance your immune function. You could enhance your elastin. You can enhance your enzymes. I don't know, your serotonin levels. I don't know. The possibilities become endless.